Hi everyone, Trina here, and this is 5.7, Origins of Soul, and we were getting into the big picture, and we just went through the three different levels of the Raja, the Sattva, and the Tamas, which are the different energetic creation points that they see that we sit in these different waves. So these different waves bring on different characteristics and different personalities. And so when we understand the big picture, we are understanding that these three energetic currents, as well as the involutionary and evolutionary waves that are part of the great chain of being, it is a powerful way to make better choices in life. For these are the background energies against which the soul plays out its existence. And finding your own personal balance within these changing tides is fundamental to living a happy life. Remember, it's not about creating an excess of any one current. It's about creating balance in your life. For example, if a person's working life is focused on only the Rajaistic activities like sales, marketing, production, accounting, import, export, or the manufacturing of goods, then in his or her free time, they will need to do something different. They will need to fill themselves up with the Sattva activities that inspire or uplift the spirit. Maybe this means gardening, camping, hiking, meditation, working with animals, reading a spiritual book, or attending a spiritual retreat. Another person may already be immersed in the Sattva activities on a daily basis. Perhaps she is a healer, a yoga teacher, a counselor, or does spiritual readings. So when she is free, she may want to go shopping, see a good movie, read a romantic novel. She might even want to see a vampire movie. Remember, it's all about finding a healthy balance in life. That I couldn't have said any better. By understanding the energy signatures of these three gunas, we now have a yardstick to gauge our daily decisions. We are feeding ourselves with our choices each day. What part of us is still caught up in anger, conflict, or negative struggles with others? Do we spend most of our time feeding our spirit or focusing our negative thoughts? By stepping back and answering these questions honestly, we can then choose to take a different direction and thereby learn how to strike a balance in life. Remember, what we spend our time doing in this lifetime will ultimately expand us or limit us, not only now, but in the heavenly worlds above, and also in our next lifetime. Because we live in a primarily Rajaistic society, I know sometimes it feels that we must go fight tooth and nail to find some time to reclaim the connection with our higher self. Whether it is through meditation, taking a spiritual workshop, reading a book, or simply sitting down to journal or record our dreams. But remember, God is only as far away as our next breath. And in every moment, we can choose to tune in and align with our higher self. Then we have the power not to only transform our lives, but also to enlighten matter itself. We are into chapter 11, and this chapter is called Divine Origins. To conceive of autumn is difficult. To define him is impossible. The imperfect and the impermanent cannot easily apprehend the eternally perfected. Atom is whole and constant. In himself he is motionless, yet he is self-moving. He is immaculate, incorruptible, and everlasting. He is the supreme, absolute reality. It's the mind of Atom. I was shown that too. The atoms are a reflection of the body of the atom, and they showed me the atom was the entire cosmos. And I was like, wow, that's cool. So let us now imagine how you might go about creating the cosmos. The cosmos. Oh, that's funny. If you were the one and only for all eternity, and there was no one else but you to create from, how would you set things in motion? After all, there is no blueprint to create galaxies, solar systems, oceans, plants, people, or animals. There is only you. So, the Creator did the only thing it could. It began by dividing itself into two so that it could behold itself. Taoist wisdom tells us that Tao produced one, one produced two, two produced three, three produced all things. All things leave behind them the obscurity by which they have come, and they go forward to embrace the brightness into which they have emerged, while they are harmonized by the breath of spirit. These two essential aspects are the Divine Mother and the Divine Father, the pure emanations of love, wisdom, truth, and power, who have been honored by, honored by civilizations throughout the ages. While these divine parents may have gone by many names in many different ages and many cultures, I call them Auriel and Reigal, for this is how they first introduced themselves to me, nearly 30 years ago. Auriel, the Divine Mother, is the emanation of unconditional love. Her symbols are the pink rose and the Sacred Heart. She is the velvet cloak of the green rolling hills in the vault of the stars at night, and the whisper of your heart when it yearns for union. Eastern traditions call her Aditi, the first, the All-Mother, the begetter of the universe. Sorry. Okay. Okay, the begetter of the universe. Reigal is the wise Divine Father. Oh, hold on, I missed some. Okay, first All Mother, and okay. She is also known as the white dove of peace that brings the Holy Spirit, and the homing beacon in every heart that calls us home. She is indeed the very fabric of which the universe is made. Reigal, the wise Divine Father, is the great eagle whose wings span across the cosmos. He is the blue flame of burning truth, power, and wisdom, whose wings turn the universe. An image of the great eagle is engraved on hundreds of temples and cathedrals across the world, symbolizing the Divine Father, who sees all. In Native American cultures, he is the great thunderbird or eagle. In Egypt, he was known as Heru or Horus, the elder, an aspect of the divine masculine who is beyond the worlds of form. It is from the name Heru that we get the name Jerusalem, since in the ancient world the letter H was used for J in the Hebrew language. In Rome, the eagle represented the God of Most High and became the emblem of the emperors because of the eagle's association with the virtues of wisdom, strength, and reverence. This symbol was later adopted by a number of nations in their coat of arms, including Poland, France, Germany, Romania, Russia, Iceland, Austria, Yemen, Mexico, Moldova, Nigeria, Ghana, Syria, Albania, Armenia, Indonesia, Zambia, and the United States. The United States chose this symbol because it was revered by the Iroquois Confederation, from whom Thomas Jefferson got the structure for our legislative branch of government. Among virtually all Native American peoples, eagle feathers are the most sacred of healing tools, for the eagle represents a state of wholeness that is only achieved through understanding and initiation rites. Even today, the highest rank, a Boy Scout who can hold that of the Eagle Scout. Yet, the symbol of the eagle was already known to the Founding Fathers, whose roots lay in the mixture of Freemasonry and Rosicrucianism that blended the wisdom of the ancients of Egypt with the teachings of Christ. As we can see, the deeper meaning of this symbol goes back tens of thousands of years, even to the time of the Anunnaki gods, who once helped to settle this planet. Interesting. You know, it's a beautiful thing. I've been able to visit the Hopi Nation here in Arizona, and I saw some beautiful things, and I was gifted a rare visit to their sacred lands. And one of the neatest things that they explained was how they still have the eagle. That is the sign of where the grandmother lives in the village. So it's a beautiful thing because the grandmother is pretty much the highest in the community, and they notify her home dwelling with the eagle. So it's funny because they're saying this is the house of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father, because the eagle is perched upon the roof of the mother's house. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So with that, the eagle and its beautiful mysteries. You know, it's amazing too. We see the eagle on our money. We see it in our government documents, our seals. We see it in so many places. And the Divine Father, the patriarchal systems that we're in, that Divine Masculine has been inverted because it's not in support of the Divine Feminine anymore. And they're supposed to be working together. So the Divine Masculine that we see now has kind of went through a transformation and gone a little bit out of balance. So I think it's up to us to kind of bring these old beliefs back into the energy of these symbols so we can help restore their intention, which was to rule in balance, Divine Masculine and Feminine working together, hand in hand. Ironic. I say that? Okay, and the next is masculine and feminine principles. Okay, so knowledge of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father is known throughout the cosmos. Although few of us have learned how to honor the Divine Mother in our patriarchal age. Yet, in this mystical teaching of the Kabbalah, these are the first two expressions of the one who existed before all things. Kether, in the Kabbalah, is the divine pair. It is known as Chokmah, wisdom, and Binai, understanding, the father and mother of all. In Hinduism, it is Vishnu and Lakshmi, the divine couple that reside in the cosmic egg that floats upon the waters of the deep. They are the two great principles of love and truth. Tibetan wisdom calls them the great Mother, Father, God, Sambhadra, and Sambhradri, or Yabyam, the intertwined masculine and feminine energies in the Tibetan practice. Buddhism refers these two great principles as the wisdom feminine and skillful means masculine, symbolized respectively by the ritual implements of the bell and the dorje that emanate the universe. Like us, one part of these divine beings eternally resides in the cosmic sea, while the other part is woven into the fabric of the cosmos. In Hinduism, these two complementary forces are Shiva and Shakti, the male and feminine expressions of the Kundalini or the life force. Shiva, it is said, chases Shakti throughout time, pursuing her as long as the universe exists. When he catches her, creation will roll back on itself, returning to a primordial state of oneness. In this moment, it is said the universe will vanish, for it is through the duality of these two primordial beings that the subject and the object are created, making it possible for the lover to behold the beloved. In Zoroaster, the Ananavi Gatha, we read, "In the beginning there were a pair of twins, two spirits, each of a peculiar activity. These two spirits united and created the first, the one, the reality, the other, the non-reality, and to succor in life, the Divine Mother came with wealth, the good and the true mind. She, the everlasting one, created the material world. All perfect things are garnered up in the splendid residence of the good Mindi, the wise and righteous, who are known as the best beings." This is the symbol that they show when they were showing a figure of the Divine Mother and the Divine Father that form the cosmic egg. See the Vesica Pisces in the center? That's an old symbol too. That's where we get our Christian fish and all kinds of symbology that you see in the churches, and it's a big symbol. So, in Taoism, these two forces are depicted by the yin and yang symbol, the path to union that expressed itself as the two genders of every species, the poles of the planet, the valences of the atom, the batteries woven into the fabric of the universe itself, because nothing in creation can exist without these two complementary energies. In Egypt, they were known as Isis and Osiris, said to have been created long before they came to earth. As the central sister and brother, the wife and husband, the two halves of a single whole, they are the divine twins, who are both separate and joined as long as the universe is in form. Jesus speaks of them as the Abba, Amma, the God behind creation itself. Abba, Amma. I am just hearing that is a very powerful word. Abba, Amma, which is spelled ABBA dash AMMA. The God behind creation itself. Wow. The dot within the circle. You know what? I will continue with the dot within the circle because that's kind of lengthy and we're already into about 21 minutes. But this is showing the polarity of our universe and how all came from the one, but as soon as they separated, one became pull and one became push. So we have this dynamic of polarity happening on every aspect of creation within this cosmos. So the polarity is when it's out of balance is when we suffer. When the polarity is in balance, we're in heaven. So we just got to learn how to find balance, and we have to do that within ourselves. So when we can bring that balance into ourselves and balance these push and pull energies and bring them into wholeness, that's when we go into homeostasis and we are in harmony, and that's when we can always be connected with the divine and our oversoul, and you're guided and you're kind and you become a better person. So with that, that's where we're most, everybody I think in this community is trying to achieve is becoming more familiar with what we really are and how to better ourselves and how to become more one with each other and the world. Because I think right now so many people are feeling so isolated in a world of billions of people. And places like this, we come together and we find each other. It's a great gift. So all of you, thank you for finding me, and I am so grateful that I found you. So I will continue more soon. Have a beautiful day. Much love to you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.